Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VFG Movie Reviews with your host, Tim Williams. How's it going, guys? Welcome to VFG Movie Reviews, and this is my review for Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. Man, these movies keep getting fun, more fun, but let me tell you, this is part of our ongoing series for all of 2023, Attack of the Franchise. If you guys want to know what Attack the Franchise is, we are picking a franchise for each month of 2023. If you guys want to know what all of those are, just go to my description below and it will give you the list. And for the month of January, we are doing Star Trek. And it takes us back to, this is for Star Trek 4. I'm so excited. Oh man, this stuff just keeps getting better and better and better. And let's kick it off. As you guys know, we all have our returning cast members: William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, James Doohan, DeForest Kelley, Walter K. Kogan, George Takei, Nichelle Nichols. Robin Curtis is coming back as Lieutenant Savick. We have Catherine Hicks playing Jillian added to the cast. This is a time travel story. There is a alien cylindrical thing that anytime anything comes within contact of it, it destroys all power. Keeps sending off a signal that they cannot decode. They end up decoding it and learning that it is using the same language as humpbacked whales. In the future that Star Trek is set in, the humpback whales are extinct. So, the crew, coming off of pretty much just stealing the Enterprise and such other things, have all decided that they are going to go back to Earth. They are going to face their crimes as a solidated crew. Spock is not amongst the people that are going to get put on trial, but he wants to go there to speak on behalf of his crewmates and his friends. Spock is dealing with getting his memory back and dealing with his human size and what it means to be human, but what it means to be a Vulcan also, which is brilliant. This is four movies that they have kept that going and that story, and it's so brilliant. It really is so brilliant on the behalf of the directors and the writers to just keep that going. So the Enterprise has to go back into the past. They have the Romulan Warbird. They have to go back into the past to get these humpback whales, to bring them back, hopefully to solve this issue. Meanwhile, Earth is getting devastated by this thing because it's sucking all the energy out of the planet. Man, they go through a lot of stuff, guys. So, there's a lot of cool stuff in this. There's a point where DeForest Kelley and James Doohan, Scotty and McCoy have to go get this plastic to make these tanks for the whales. They end up going to this plastics factory and showing this guy clear aluminum, translucent aluminum, which they're like, hey, give us a second. And then he goes over and he's like, if we tell this guy this, isn't this technically changing the past? And Scotty's like, well, we don't know if he invented. It's funny. It's funny. Sulu is off flying a helicopter to bring these panels to the Warbird. Spock and Kirk are off to the aquarium in San Francisco to find these whales. Spock just jumps in, does the Vulcan mind meld to them to know what's up, telling Catherine Hicks Gillian that they actually really like her and all this other stuff, and she just can't believe what's going on until she finally sees Sulu bringing the panels in, and then they have to tell her what's going on. She ends up coming back to the future with them to now work in the future. So her whole timeline. But I mean, if you really see, this is where it gets weird. I don't want to shoot holes in it, but then is this her timeline? Did they always come back to that time, get these whales, and get her to the future? Did that happen all the time? We'll never know. Do we know? We don't know. But so we have the moment of a problem, and Chekhov, Pavel Lembrevich, is injured and he's about to die because they have to steal the energy to repower the dilithium crystals in the Warbird. He ends up falling off the Enterprise ship in the past, and he has to go into surgery. They're not expecting him to live through it. So McCoy and Kirk, they have to go save him, and they end up repairing what's wrong with him when they're about to drill holes into his head and all this, and they get him back to Warbird. They go off into the future. The whales, they talk to this thing. It ends up stopping from what it's doing, and it goes off in the world. Kirk and the crew go for their trial, and all charges are dropped except for one of insubordination to Kirk, and Kirk is dropped down from an admiral to a captain and is given a ship. And we, as you saw in the Search for Spock, the Enterprise was destroyed, and we get the brand new Enterprise. And it looks so good, and it's so awesome and so badass. I really dug this movie. Like I said, these keep getting funner and funner, and you can follow the through lines to all these movies. Spock dealing with his human ability, his human side, plus his Vulcan side. Just how they deal with everything, how they justify what they have to do. And it's brilliant. And I absolutely love it. And I'm loving doing this series. I really am. I grew up with these movies. My dad was a huge Star Trek guy. He really instilled in me the love for these movies and for these characters. And I do. And I thank him for that. And like I said in our very first video, Star Trek the Motion Picture, this month, this series for Star Trek is dedicated to my dad, James Williams. Ted, he may not have been the best father, but we had some good time. Where does this lie on my 5-star scale? The story is a 4 stars. Cinematography, 3.5 stars. Characters, 4. They are brilliant in their roles. The design of this, I really did like the design of everything in. And it's a 4 stars, which brings our total to 3.875. And that's it, guys. That is Star Trek for the Voyage Home. Do you guys like this series? Are you digging the Attack of the franchise? Let me know down below. I'd sure love to hear from you guys. And thank you so very much for being with my channel and coming to check out my lame videos. I love you guys, and I will see you in our next video.